Hello, my beautiful aberration investigator server. We are coming at you live with another Toonkind at 12 FPS. Today it is Three's a Crowd. My name is Marzi and I'll be playing everyone's little favorite normal guy, Leonardo Layton. And I'm joined by my two lovely and incredibly talented co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Fletch, also known as Fletcher, and don't worry about it.
Fletch is just here for no particular reason. Don't worry,
He's
don't
the
worry about
three
it.
in the crowd, don't worry about it.
I'm the
Yeah.
referee.
Surprise,
Well,
this
I've been
isn't a
needing one of
teen
those.
drama.
There's no romantic drama here. They're just gonna play sports ball together. It's all good.
Correct.
Yeah. Speaking of teens, anyways, hi, I am Cartoon Kitsune, also known as Kit, and I will be playing my lovely mirror system, specifically Aurelia for today. She's yeah, well she's visiting the painted lady today.
Me
Cause
and the council have had some thoughts.
yeah. Yeah, after the recent Overblot incident that she was involved in, along with Leo and the professor, yeah, let's just say she's kind of had to reevaluate a couple things about her good friend Leo.
He's normal.
That's what she was led to believe. I mean, granted, he does. When she first met him, he already was kind of leaning to the whole like bad boy emo face persona sort of thing.
It wasn't even him being like emo or anything. That's just how he decided to like start dressing.
Sure, buddy. But yeah, no. Despite the whole look and all that, and the moodiness and whatever, like he's still, from what she's like known of him, like over the past few months, like he's very good boy, very polite, very sweet, and all that.
He's just a goofy little guy.
Yeah.
Until
Um.
he's not.
Yeah, until one of his friends overblots, and she never told, and didn't tell them about that she had been overblotting for months, and got a teensy bit pissed off, to say the least.
Nothing like fucking up your knuckles by punching a glass floor and then the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Fine,
and
he punched rocks before.
that is true, but Ari's never really seen him quite like that, and was a bit of an
Correct.
unpleasant shock. Yeah. And here's the thing, like Aurelia, she is like a very forgiving person. I mean, considering like some of the altercations she had with her alters back in the demiplane, like, and now that she like was able to make peace with them, like she's very forgiving. She can understand that maybe someone's going through a rough time, they may not act in a way that's entirely cool, and she can forgive that. The other girls though, particularly Evelyn and Lyra, I will say, they're kind of like a little more distrustful of Leo after that whole incident, and
Damn,
when the girls were
estimate
kind of
my
discussing
head.
things.
They know
Yeah,
Izumi, and
after the
yet
fact.
Leo throws a punch at the stairs, and now he's the bad guy.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing with Izumi is, I mean, like, yeah, he definitely goes kind of batshit in battle, but they didn't really know that Leo was that type of person. And with Izumi, they kind of have more like a clear cut, like, they know him a bit better. Like, they can tell, like, oh, if he gets like this, when he's in a battle, he's not really the type to lash out afterwards, from what they can tell, anyways. Yeah. But, yeah, with Leo, well, the big thing was that it kind of reminded them of a certain someone who they also knew as, being a relatively kind person, maybe a little distant, but, generally nice to them in their earlier years of life. And then started to kind of change for the worst when their mom died. And yeah, let's just say there's a reason why Lyra and Evelyn specifically are the ones who are kind of distrustful of this.
Which understood. Like,
Yeah.
shit's fucked. And sometimes you get
Yeah.
trauma.
Yep. And like none of that's Leo's fault, but like, when you start to see like potential parallels like that and, possible red flags, then you're gonna like be a little bit wary of that sort of thing. And what really complicates what really complicates matters is that before the whole Overblood incident, the girls were kind of like feeling a bit more confident about themselves after that conversation they had with Professor. Finally confessing that they like saw him as a parental figure, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of like, hey, we managed to get through that all right. Maybe now like would be a good time to like finally tell Leo how we've been feeling about him and all that.
And to put to throw another wrench into their plans.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As everyone who has kept up with Leo's story knows, not only did he think he was Arrow Ace for a really long time, that thought didn't stop until he met one particular person.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
So
It's fine.
we set our scene in the Painted Lady, where everyone's favorite long-haired barista boy, because I can't say barista boy hard stop because there's two of them, is working his shift.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Reed also have longish hair?
Reed isn't as a barista. Reed works back of house.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like in the kitchen, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, Leo, you're working your shift, and actually, since this is post Overblot, Ari's been staying over at the house again, because like you both have been kind of like working together to look after Crystal. For today, though, she's coming into the Painted Lady. We'll hear the door, little bell above the door ring as she comes in. She doesn't have Angelique with her. Angelique's kind of, I think she's probably like in her cat form, is just like kind of finding a nice little sunbeam to lay out outside in, because Ari has to like just have this between her and Leo.
You know what we could do? Because canonically, Camembert follows Leo to work but doesn't come inside. Camembert just kind of very politely curls up outside of the Painted Lady. And
Oh my god.
they can be hanging out.
Yay, they can be buddies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Angelique knows Camembert well enough by now, so they're chill with each other.
Camembert is a very good boy.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah. Ari walks in. Leo looks up from the register. Smiles at her. Can't really call out when you're on the clock, but he does smile and wave.
That's fair. I think Ari will probably go up to the counter and say, hey Leo, how's work going?
Pretty alright. It was hard coming in today, because I'm still really worried, but the throes
Yeah,
of
I know what you mean.
capitalism.
Yeah, well, we've got someone I've made sure someone's looking after Dr. Crystal, so she should be fine at the moment. I was wondering, is your break coming up soon? Because, if you have time, I was wondering if maybe we could, have that, talk we've been, meaning to have, if that's alright.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I can take it now.
Well, whatever's good for you. I don't want to, get in the way of your work if you're, busy.
No, it's fine. You go 3 years refusing to take your break, and then people start letting you take your legally mandated break whenever you want.
3 years? Oh gosh, well, I'm glad you don't do that anymore. Goodness. Anyways, I'll meet you over by one of the booths then.
Yeah, you want something to drink before I head over, or?
Sure. I'll have chamomile tea, my usual.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey.
And she goes to sit. And
Hey.
Leo fusses around up at the counter, making drinks, letting one of his coworkers know that he's gonna be taking his break now. Removing his apron.
Mm-hmm.
And walking over with her tea and his tea. And setting that down in front of her first, and then taking a seat. He's very polite.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, they're probably sitting in like the plot relevant booth, right?
God, yeah, the plot booth. The fucking plot booth.
Oh, everyone's first time, and this is hers, yeah.
Every Inkwellian, like, cafe or restaurant has a plot booth. Sometimes several if it's a big enough cafe or restaurant.
Yeah. I think there's probably at least a brief period of awkward silence between the two of them, just like sipping their drinks and avoiding eye contact, like you do.
Yeah, Leo's thoughts internally are just, oh fuck, she picked the plot booth.
Best part is like she wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably takes a single sip, kind of glances around, and then yeah, I'm really sorry that you and Angelique had to see me like that. I was really hoping to have calmed down by the time Servant got you and Prof out of that weird ink goo.
I get that. Honestly, I mean, it was a stressful situation for all of us. I can't really blame any of us for snapping with like what happened, but well, I guess it just kind of came unexpectedly, and well, it kind of scared me a little bit. I mean, no offense to you, it's just, well, I never really seen you get that angry before.
Yeah, and I don't usually, at least not very often outside of battle.
Right. I think she might do an insight to like see how truthful that is. That's okay.
Have at it.
Right. 16, not bad.
Yeah, no, with the amount of time, especially that she's been staying at the Leighton Plus household and like seeing him, during this friendship of theirs, he gets snappy and like annoyed, but he's also the third youngest of 7 brothers, so I mean, it's nothing ever like what happened in the ink space.
Yeah, and he's not really the type to like, throw punches when he's mad either, from what she's seen around the house at least.
No,
Yeah.
the closest we get with Leo and the people in his home are like picking Camille up to bodily throw him onto the couch as brothers do because he's just so damn small.
Yeah.
Like sometimes little tussles with Timmy because redhead solidarity sometimes becomes redhead violence. Azumi likes to smush Leo's face.
Yeah.
Like Leo doesn't really get violent. So
Yeah, that's kind of what, yeah.
he is being pretty truthful when he says that no, yeah, not outside of combat.
Yeah. Right, and I believe that. I mean, from what I've seen of you, it doesn't, seem like that's something that happens with you. I mean, that's why it's so unexpected. It's, well, I guess best way to put it is that it's not just me that's, I mean, I still trust you, but, well, not all of us trust you after that. And she kind of like taps the side of her head.
And no, yeah, that's fair. You guys have been through a lot, and it was a really sudden, scary thing. And even if I do apologize and say I didn't mean to, and that's not something I wanted you guys to see, it doesn't change the fact that you did, and you deserve better.
Right, and I honestly, I can't really blame you for, me seeing similarities to something that might not even be there just because of something that happened a long time ago.
Sorry.
What happened?
I went to go drink my water and it went down the wrong pipe.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh god.
Oh, we love bloopers. Fuck it, let's do it live.
Good job, everybody. Oh.
Everything's great. Don't worry about it. Continue. I'm sorry.
All right, let me just take that from the top. And I mean, it's not really your fault if I'm, seeing things that might not even be there, just because of something that happened to me. But well, me and the other girls, we just kind of tend to err on the side of caution. I guess I just want to check in with you and just know that, like, this isn't a regular thing for you. so
Definitely
to
not.
speak. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and you don't need to worry. It's like I said, when it does happen, it's usually in battle, and with what happened in the ink space, it wasn't like it was actually directed at anyone in particular. I
Yeah,
I was just really,
really crummy situation for
yeah.
everybody. So yeah, I mean, admittedly,
So
you're not the only person I know who's like that. I mean, we both know what Azumi's like.
you right. Yeah, ooh, man, I remember the very first time I saw him in battle, and that was kind of terrifying. So I definitely get if you and the others are a little more wary of me, because oh boy, when I first saw Zumi fight, that yeah.
Yeah, you should see what he's like when he's really protective. And
Oh no, yeah,
quick cut.
because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first
Quick
time I
cutaway to
saw
him. Yeah, quick
the
cutaway to
first time
Azumi.
I
Yeah,
no,
and
yeah,
no, you go.
Leo's just like, no, no, I understand, because that very first time I saw him fight, he was fighting because Camille had gotten kidnapped.
Oh
And
gosh. Wow.
you know how Zumi is about Camille.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, your brother, so of course he'd be especially protective of him. I mean, I've
Did
definitely seen that
she
firsthand.
say your brothers, like, implying Leo is also one of them?
She meant to say like your brothers, as in like him and Camille, but
Right.
he's free to interpret that however he wants.
Leo was kind of he and Camille are brothers.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Leo loudly sweating.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I hope this conversation helped, and if there's anything else you ever need to talk to me about, or if you're worried about things like that again, feel free to chat about it, because we're friends, and I don't want you to, I don't know, ever get scared or uncomfortable like that.
Right, of course. It's communication is important in any kind of relationship, as my therapist will always tell me. She kind of like nervously
Definitely.
chuckles. Actually,
Absolutely.
you want to insider, Leo?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'll insight.
Yeah.
Boop. He's really good
Oh
at
wow,
it, considering
26.
all the liars that live in his house.
Yeah, really. Yeah. So at first, like, it kind of seemed like her nervousness was kind of like ebbing away a little bit because after we got through this sort of touchy subject, but she
Mm.
still seems kind of nervous. But it's the more kind of giggly sort of nervous. And I think with the 26, you definitely notice like her cheeks are looking a little rosier than normal.
He mulls this over, takes another sip of his tea. Unfortunately, he's legally obligated to be stupid.
Of course.
So, as he puts his cup down, he's like, well, I'm glad this conversation cheered you up that much.
Yeah. Yeah. She kind of stumbles over her words for a moment. There was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. It's not quite as serious as the other thing, but I've I'm kind of working up the nerve to tell you about, so to speak.
Oh?
I mean, we are friends, like you said, and I've really enjoyed getting to know you over the past few months. It's been really nice, and I guess part of the reason I wanted to talk about that whole thing was because I was worried. I wanted to know what kind of person you are, because well, I get
And
maybe I should just and say that
and
yeah.
before Aurelia can get it out, the door
Mhm,
to the cafe swings open,
The little bell
mhm.
chimes.
Yep.
And Leo, instinctively, as an employee, looks up at the door.
and in enters one very polite looking, one very polite looking young woman, who seems to be about Leo's age. Uh, I do need to give her an actual ref at some point, but
One day.
one day.
I mean, it's small enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Who honestly kind of has similar vibes to Aurelia now that I'm looking at it.
Kinda, yeah.
But yeah, like a very polite looking young woman around Leo's age with blonde hair and blue eyes. And she is very much real kind. She looks to be human, and as she looks over the coffee shop, her eyes land on Leo and she brightens up with a smile.
And Aurelia doesn't need to roll any insight because she's so focused on him. Where he was once giving her his full attention because she looked very serious. Glance up at the door, and this girl that Aurelia doesn't know, he brightens up with a big grin, the exact same way.
Oh boy.
Mhm. Unfortunately, in Inkwell, it doesn't matter if most people here are real kind. The comedic timing reigns king.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is subject to it.
Yep.
And so
I think Ari is just kind of like glancing between Leo and this girl that has just walked in, like kind of confused, like what's going on here?
she brightens as she sees Leo and begins to approach with a little wave. Thank you, Iggy.
They heard Camembert outside.
He's saying hello.
Camembert warning system.
And oh, Ari, I'm so sorry. He was paying such close attention to you while you were working up the courage to just spit the words out.
Mhm.
But it
Yeah.
looks with the appearance of this girl, it is like no one else exists.
Oh boy.
As he kind of half stands to greet her. And is just, Stell, hey, I didn't know you were coming in today.
Oh, hey Leo. I hope it wasn't too much of a surprise. I was in the area and I wanted to stop and say hello. Uh, and she looks over at Aurelia, just, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Um, no, we were just, talking. Hi, my name's, sorry, let me start over that. Andy, you are? I think she's kind of stumbling over her words again. Just,
Estelle is going to politely not comment on the fact that the one word that sentence was missing was her name. And she instead offers her hand out with a smile, uh, as she's just, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Estelle. Um, and in the hand that she is not holding out to shake yours, she's holding a little violin case.
interesting. Alright, we'll be polite and shake the hand back. Nice to meet you. My name's Aurelia. I take it you're a friend of Leo's? Leo's? She kind of glances between the two of them.
Yes, we actually met a while back. There was a person that I met that I recommended I talk to him because
Yeah, because Leo's a liar. And I can't remember the name he made up for that.
It's okay. Uh,
This was when Leo was disguised in like drag, right? And
This is when he was. Yeah, this is when he was pretending to be like a student, like a college age like student reporter girl.
that's right. Yeah.
And Leo's like, yeah, we met through a mutual friend of ours.
Have you heard from her recently, Leonardo? I don't believe I have.
And Leo kind of hems and haws and very apologetically, I think the last I heard she was in the Independent Isles.
Well, I suppose she did seem the type to get easily distracted.
Yeah, she can be kind of flighty.
But it's I guess I probably shouldn't be talking about other people here. And she does look over at Aurelia a little apologetically. She's trying to be polite and not make you feel left out.
Yeah, honestly, it's not that bad because like Aurelia's definitely kind of reeling right now, so she didn't mind like not having the attention on her for a few moments.
You want? Do you want a little funny that'll make that worse?
Of course I do.
So, Fletcher and I have talked about this before, and in universe, people would know that people don't call Leo Leonardo. Even Azumi went from Leighton to Leo.
Right.
Estelle.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Estelle can call him Leonardo, and there is absolutely no protest at all.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I don't think you need to roll anything at this point to come together that this person might be quite just a friend, huh?
I'm so
Dabs.
sorry to her.
I'm sorry, Ari.
Yeah.
At least you didn't get your confession out because then things would be really awkward.
Oh yeah, it would. I mean, there's no way this could go well at this point. So. Yeah, gosh, what should you even say?
Oof. She's still reeling.
Dear. I'm currently just deciding if she's gonna like try and salvage this or if she's just gonna like dip out and run to the bathroom or something.
Oh, honey.
Oh gosh. Let me flip a coin for this. Okay, D2. Okay, 1 for stick it out, 2 for runoff. Okay, good. She's gonna stick it out.
You got this, baby girl.
You got this.
Yeah. All right, she's gonna take a deep breath with probably a little encouragement from the peanut gallery. And say, right, well, it's very nice to meet you. If it's all right, I was kind of talking to Leo before you came in.
Oh, right, of course. I'll go order coffee and leave you two to it.
Thank you. It'll just be a minute or so. She's kind of like nods.
Take all the time you need, and she will walk off to order coffee.
Yeah.
Leo kind of like stares at her go before he shakes his head and is like, sorry, that was really rude of me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So she's a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of. Was that a deception?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Well, her passive insight is a 12, so
Yeah, no. His eyes are averted. that high pitched like at the end of his sentence, the fact that his face is turning a little red. Yeah, no.
Oh. Yeah, I think Ari is kind of like giving you a scrutinizing glare. Not stare. That's a word. It's hard. Anyway,
It's hard.
You right.
giving you kind of a scrutinizing stare, like the kind where like she can tell like that's she sees right through you.
Uh-huh. Leo sitting there loudly sweating.
It's it's okay. You don't have to hide it or anything. It's picked up pretty quick. She's a little more than just a friend to you, isn't she?
Uh, 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 mayhap? And Leo kind of, his shoulders are scrunched and he picks up his cup of tea and he's not drinking it, he's like bubbling it. Like, have you ever just put your mouth on a cup of beverage and just blown bubbles into it?
Definitely.
He's just bubbling his tea.
I'll maybe I should drop the subject, but if it's not too impertinent of me to ask, are you two already in a relationship or
No. It's kind of complicated. I haven't been able to ask her out or anything because the situation is complicated.
I see, I can understand where you be coming from with that. It's I mean, asking someone out can be a very scary thing to do.
Sorry.
Oh. I feel like Ari's gonna go back to the manor and Sebastian's just gonna be, you want me to kill this guy?
Yo, you want me to kill this guy for you?
It's Xavier, but
Xavier, fuck.
yeah.
I don't even watch
it's all
the
good.
name.
I don't even watch
Canon
the
name
source
spotted. It's
Watch
fine,
it.
it's fine. That's
Go
you.
now. Canon name user.
sits in my corner.
Oh god. Oh goodness. Oh dear. Yeah. Honestly, I think at this point, I think Ari's kind of going quiet a bit because she's very much having like kind of an internal conversation with the rest of the girls. I think particularly Lilibet is the one who'd be kind of piping up at this point.
Because he's a traitor.
Well, that too, because she's been kind of having to block a little bit out a bit because she has been going on and on a bit about like how that cat, how dare he deceive us like this? How dare he lead us on?
How dare he with his stupid handsome face?
Yeah. But yeah, I think with like this information that he hasn't actually asked her out yet, I think she's kind of shifting gears a bit, like sort of like, hey, maybe we can still save this. Like if you ask him now, then
Maybe we have a shot.
Yep. And I think Lyra's being the voice of reason is kind of chiming in with like, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, dear. I mean, he's clearly very smitten with this girl, and well, we don't know, and we don't know how he sees us either. So it may not. Maybe this isn't a good idea. There's kind of a bit of back and forth going on in her head. Meanwhile, Ari's just like staring very intently into her teacup and not making eye contact.
Real shit, to be honest.
Poor Leo. Leo's still kind of nervously bubbling his tea. Let me. Then would he need an insight, or is it kind of obvious that she's having a moment?
Yeah, because like I think he's probably under long enough to know that like usually when she goes quiet like this, like there's a bit of internal conversation going on, or at the very least, like the fact that she's gone this quiet and is like actively avoiding eye contact, like that definitely indicates something.
Yeah. and he's still legally obligated to be stupid. So he quietly puts down his cup and very apologetically, "I'm really, really sorry about what happened when she walked in. That was so rude of me. And I interrupted you while you were gonna say something really important. I'm really sorry."
Mm-hmm. No, it's okay. I mean, you didn't. She's kind of stumbling over her words and. I think eventually, though, she kind of takes a deep breath and actually, let me do like a whiz save to see like where she's at right now. She can kind of collect herself. All right. Oh my gosh, a 22.
Hey! I almost said Ari's no good, very bad day, but you know what?
Yeah, the dice said otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think at this point the girls managed to reach some kind of consensus on what to do next. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if like Evelyn just like metaphorically pokes her head into the room and is like, just can you both shut the hell up? Just like to get him to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Get on with it already.
Yeah. All right. So Alicia says, let's see. Well, yes, getting back to what I was gonna say, I did, I meant what I said when I said that I've really enjoyed, getting to know you over the past few months. I mean, I didn't have a lot of friends before coming to Inkwell. And, well, when I first met you, you were, well, I mean, how do I say it? I mean, you remember when, I almost, tripped over myself and you caught me, and it was just so, well, I kind of, I, I guess when I first met you, I sort of felt something that I hadn't really experienced before, and I kind of wanted to sort of wait to get to know you a bit better before acting on those feelings, and well, Mars, are you trying to say something, or?
No, I'm Leo. This is Leo. He's doing better, and he's giving her 100% of his attention.
Okay, sorry, I saw your icon flashing, and I was wondering if it was like mic problems or something.
It might be my
yeah.
fan activating my mic.
Ah, that's probably it. Okay. Anyways. Anyways, I wanted to sort of kind of be sure about how I felt and get to know you better before saying anything. But well, I'm not quite sure if saying this is a good idea anymore, because I mean you're it might. I was already kind of worried about saying this might sort of complicate our friendship, depending on what you think of me after it. But I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, no problem. Take your time. Whatever this is, it seems really important to you. Leo, stupid.
Oh gosh, yeah, that blush just intensifies even further. Okay. Well, there you go. Just deep breath in.
Got
Honestly,
this, girl.
I'm kind. I'm gonna say, like, just out of character, like, I think it'd be perfect if Estelle comes back right as the moment, like, when she says this, like, not interrupting it, but, like, the exact moment she says it.
Oh no.
Ariel cool with doing that?
Oh god.
Oh god. I feel like Estelle walks back, hears that, and then just turns around to walk away and give them a few more minutes.
No, I was gonna say, like, what she hears is what she's about to say before this happens. All right.
Mhm.
So yeah, Estelle is walking up like with with her tea right at this moment when Aurelia takes a deep breath and very quickly says, "I have a crush on you."
And Estelle stops. Just stops dead. and then very casually spins to act as if she forgot to get some sugar for her coffee.
God.
God. I don't think Aurelia even noticed her. I think she just like has her like fist on the table and eyes like squeezed shut, like she's just braced for impact.
And Leo, who is stupid, and has been stupid legally, is kind of blinking and processing this. And blinking, you have a crush on me?
I think she lets out a little like squeak and like finally opens her eyes and like still blushing furiously and says, yeah, I mean, I kind of have for a while, and it's okay if you don't feel the same way. I mean, I just don't want to pressure you or anything, but I mean, I've like I said, I wanted to get to know you first before I tried confessing to you because I've never done this before, and and I didn't know how you feel either, and I think she just keeps like nervously rambling away like that at a mile a minute.
Leo is taking this in, but Leo is also the club president of, hey, someone else is going through it, and be nice to them.
Yeah.
So Ari's having this little crisis, and he's like, hey, deep breaths, you're good. I, well, first of all, this is very surprising news. I had no idea.
And I think like that snaps her out of it after she's taken a couple deep breaths, and then she's like, "Really, you didn't notice at all? I mean, I honestly, I thought it was kind of obvious about it."
I, I, mm, oh my god, the thing Leo is handing me.
Oh gosh,
He
what
kinda,
is it?
he kinda leans back in his seat and kinda lifts a hand to rub against his own face and is just, so I'm not the best at recognizing things like that, because I thought I was Arrow Ace up until a couple months ago. Or, well, how long has it been? God, has it been a year?
I, oh god, it has been.
Oh man.
Yeah, Leo's just, I thought I was Arrow Ace up until about a year ago, so I'm not exactly the best at recognizing stuff like that.
I see. I guess that would explain why you didn't notice until I outright said it. But she kind of shakes her head. Listen, like I said, if you don't you don't have to. I mean, well, I don't really look. I know I saw how you were looking at Estelle a moment ago, and to be honest, I could tell just from the one look I don't really have a chance. So
Oh, Leo, saying I'm sorry is one of the worst things to say in this situation.
Oh,
oh,
buddy.
buddy.
Leo's never had to turn someone down before.
Yeah, because
Oh,
people probably only had crushes on Phantom L, and Phantom L can
yeah.
just flirt his problems away and disappear.
Yeah, Phantom L's
Mm-hmm.
untouchable. Leo is trying is mulling this over, trying to pull his thoughts together, and the first thing out of his mouth is, "This is probably really scary, and even though this didn't go the way you were hoping, I want you to know that I think you were really brave for doing your best about it."
Oh. I think she gets like she can't really do the cartoonish watery eyes, because she's kind, but
Yeah.
something like that. She kind of gets like the sparkly anime tears, like not full on crying, but like sparkly watery eyes, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry if I made things awkward. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but well, I mean, it would have been worse if I just kept this to myself, right?
Yeah, keeping anything's like this without closure probably wouldn't be the best. So I
Yeah.
I'm sorry that this didn't go the way that you were hoping, but I want you to know that I'm really proud of you for telling me and that I hope we can still be friends.
Oh, of course. I honestly would have. I was even honestly. I think I was more worried about you not wanting to be friends than you not feeling the same way about me.
Leo voice, oh god, what's the
Oh,
correct protocol? Do I go for a handshake?
oh
Leo,
man, buddy.
you can give her a hug. Like, that's not
Yeah,
romantic.
You're right.
And, like, you can
yeah,
just hold your arms out and see if she'll take it. It's okay.
yeah. I think she'll take the hug if it's offered.
Yeah, Leo will kind of awkwardly stay like it's probably the same sort of like opening for an awkward sibling hug as he's given before.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Wouldn't be surprised if like he went for the back pat too.
It's you read my mind
Yeah,
because he immediately
because it
handed
can't get any
me.
more awkward, so might as
Yeah,
well.
he immediately handed me. I was like, "Yeah, Ari went in for the hug." He was like, "Okay, Pat, you're doing great."
Yeah. God. I think is when they let go of the hug, she kind of pauses for a moment and then says, "So, she's really pretty." She kind of has with like
Uh,
kind of a slightly coy little smirk.
uh, 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 how's that tea I made you? Did I do that right? Huh? I didn't mess that up for you, did I?
No, no, it tasted perfect, same as it always does. She kind of says with a little smile.
Leo kind of leans over the tables like you can't tell Juby and Zumi that you met her. You can't. Please don't do that to me. Please, I'm literally begging you, Ari. Please.
Oh, they she'll like kind of pat his hand, like your secret's safe with me. Though I'm guessing they already know about the two of you.
Leo puts his head in his hands. Juby was there with me when I first met her,
Oh,
and
I think she just gives a little pat on the shoulder. uh, well, I won't say anything, but I will say she seems pretty nice, and I wish you luck with that whole thing once you get that figured out.
thanks. And hey, if there ever happens to be anyone else in the future, good luck to you too.
Thanks, I'll well, at least I got my first rejection out of the way, so maybe it'll help you uphill from here.
Leo kind of half grimaces and is just, I'm very sorry I had to be a part of this formative experience.
Yeah, I think she kind of grimaces too, and just like, I'm sorry for making this so awkward.
Before Leo's like, hey, at least this formative experience ended pretty positively, I think.
Yep. God. Just two just like awkward, sweaty teens, just they're doing their best.
Yep.
God.
Did Estelle make her way back over?
I think
I
so.
was about to say.
I think the energy, the vibe of the table is approachable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely a lot more lighthearted.
Yeah, so um Yeah, so Estelle will make her way back, coffee in tow, as she's just, oh, I never asked, is it alright if I join you? Or would you,
Of course.
alright.
Yeah, it's all right. We finished up on what we were discussing. Please sit down. She'll scoot over if Estelle wants to sit next to her.
And Estelle will, because
Hey.
she is nice, and even if she overheard something she definitely was not supposed to, uh, she
Yeah.
she's gonna be nice.
She's very
Yeah.
polite. Did she ever get
Yeah.
Ari's name?
Nope.
Now, ours said her name when they shook hands.
Okay.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah. It went by kind of fast, but now she said her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she will sit down and very politely just go, so, you're Leo's friend as well?
Yes, I am. We only met a few months ago when I first moved to Inkwell.
Oh, you're. Oh, I suppose, most people would assume that, but where are you from then?
From Faruma, specifically the country of Strios.
Let's see. Would Estelle know that? She's from like
You can roll
halfway.
history.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna real quickly use her. Okay, that would be a 9 because she rolled real low.
Oh, honey.
Aw. Yeah. Probably hasn't heard of it, or if she had, she maybe just heard the name in passing or something, or like saw it on a map or something.
To be fair, she's from like halfway across the world.
Exactly. She's like all the way in Faruma, so.
Yeah, so I think Estelle will go, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm familiar with that. I'm from Forcenaw.
Oh right. I believe you're from there. You said you were from there too. Yes, Leah.
Yeah, I'm half Forcenanian. Oh God,
Oh,
You okay?
you good?
a fly landed on my glasses.
Oh,
Oh no.
jump scare.
Oh my God, that scared the shit out of
Good.
me.
I can't blame you.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. It just started me. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Okay, what was I saying?
Leo's
That
half
he was saying how he's
Forcenaw.
half Fortunanian.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Leo's like, yeah, I half Forcenanian, so I spent a lot of my summers there. Uh
Oh, oh, it is a little funny we actually met here in Ninquell.
It is, yeah. And during an exhibition about Forcena.
Oh really? That sounds like quite the coincidence, huh?
Oh, I well, I think that was actually where I met your friend. We met a little after that. Looks at Leo.
Right. Sorry. Oh God, I'm gonna have to make up a new name because I can't remember the actual name he used.
It started with an A, I think.
Yeah, it was like something like Adiel or whatever.
Something like that. It's
We'll just go with that. Leo's like, right, sorry.
The chat's saying Adeline.
Adeline.
okay.
I was close. It was Adeline. Leo's like, you're right. Adeline just described it so vividly. I felt like I was there. She even had pictures.
And she will give a little laugh because you're a little bit silly.
Leo nervously bubbling his tea.
It's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. I want to ask, are you a musician? I noticed your violin case.
Oh, yes, I'm a violinist. Uh, that's why I was originally here in Inkwell. Though now I've been thinking about starting college here because my benefactor said that, well, the col the art colleges here in Inkwell are some of the best in the world, and I'm hoping I can, well, get a scholarship. It's a bit of a long shot, but
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. I'm actually, well, musician might be a bit of a strong word, but I play piano, so I know a little bit about music.
what you do? That's uh that's amazing. Pianos, I don't think I could ever really get the hang of one.
Well, in fairness, I'm not sure if I could ever get the hand of a violin or any sort of string instrument. I don't know, piano just seems a bit simpler to me, and all the keys are laid out in order the way they are.
Oh, my fingers always end up tripping over each other.
I think they might share a little laugh at that.
Mhm.
The only thing Leo has hated me sitting there, like beaming because yes, my friend and my friend that I have a crush on are getting along.
My
They're getting
friend,
a good grade in friendship.
my friend that I have a crush on, and the friend I just rejected.
You know, it's been a little awkward, but
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, this kind of is the best case scenario for Leo.
poor eel.
Really, yeah.
So, is the piano something that you want to pursue?
Um, maybe. Probably not as a career or anything. Mostly I just do it as a hobby nowadays.
There's nothing wrong with music as a hobby.
And
Oh, you go.
there you go. Sorry, I was trying to think of what to say.
Fair. Uh, I imagine you're around the same age as us, so are you considering, uh, well, I suppose not everyone, decides to go to college, but,
Hmm,
well,
I've been, yeah, well, I definitely considered it, but I mean, beforehand, I mostly just had private tutors growing up. Um, Probably not anytime in the immediate future, just because I have a bit of personal business I want to take care of first before I can think about settling down for something like college.
oh, of
Out of
course.
character doesn't re- out of character can't really focus on school that well when there's a devil like gunning for you and your friend.
Yeah.
Poor eel.
Yeah, you know, maybe one day when the Prince of Gorge isn't breathing down our neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leo is also nodding like, no, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Of course. Sorry if it was any awkward.
No, it's quite all right. It's just not really something I've put too much thought towards lately. But this art college you mentioned sounded interesting.
Oh, yes, it's actually very close to Vealstown. Uh, and my benefactor says that it has a really good music program. So, while I'm familiar with how Forsna approaches it, I'll admit that the Inquelian approach is very new to me.
I can imagine. I mean, entertainment's kind of one of the big things around here, and I quote to say the very least.
That is true. We didn't really have, uh, well, a lot of things here are different from back home.
Man, ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, can we pause very quickly for a quick bio break?
Yeah,
Ooh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm shaking Leo because all he's giving me is, yes, we can now that most of the awkwardness is gone, we can just have a nice time.
Leo is here to vibe. Like the silly goofy he is.
He's just silly goofy.
Just silly goofy.
Also, yes, gallery. Leo is worried about all his brothers finding out about this. Juvie and Izumi were just the first two names that popped into his head. Can't wait till he finds out everyone else knew.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna sit there like that Camille emote.
Just staring down at the table.
Yo, a butterfly outside.
Yo, it's Apertura.
Oh my god, bye Apertura. No, yeah, he's just gonna be like wide-eyed down at a table. It's like, this whole time, everyone except me knew.
Yeah, it was giving Camille psychic damage this whole time.
Leo voice, man.
Also,
Leo voice, what?
there you go.
Leo voice, how do any of you people stand me?
See, they love you. It's extremely funny when you compare Aurelia to Estelle because one of them is super rich and the other very much is not.
Yeah, God.
I'm back.
Welcome
Howdy.
back.
E. All right. I think where we left off, we were talking about the college Estelle wants to go to.
Yeah, and how like the differences in the Enquelian and Forcenonian approach to music are.
Definitely. I mean, even the styles of music around here are so vastly different from anything back home. I mean, I'd never even heard of disco until I came here.
It is a very interesting form of music.
Oh, disco. Disco, my beloved.
Does he say that out loud?
That is in character.
Okay. Oh, but it's so fun though. I mean, it's certainly fun to dance to.
Don't like disco?
I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's something I could listen to.
Well,
I've all
not like he has a choice in the latter.
yeah. Oh yeah, neither of them know about the rhythm.
Nope.
That's true,
So
yeah.
Yeah, Leo's just, and man, when I have to listen to it, do I have to listen to it? But he's just it's good music. I could definitely listen to it. I've just always had a bias towards classical and jazz.
Well, I suppose that's no surprise. They are very popular in Forcenna.
Very true. Music as a whole is super big in Forcenna.
Really? Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's, I guess you could say it's part of the culture there.
And the history. As Leo sits up again.
Yes, and the history. I mean, well, I am getting the impression that you might be better equipped to explain the history than I am. She looks over at Leo.
He kind of
Yeah.
blushes and is just. History is extremely fascinating. And he runs a hand through his fringe and is just well, the importance stems from a time period which is known as the reign of true kings, because um everyone who was a part of the monarchy, or at least everyone who ruled, had the ability to hear what is known in Forsana as the rhythm, which is a form of divination magic, uh, which led to the belief of being able to predict the future with things like tactically and agriculturally, things like that. So, because of the reign of true kings, music has always been a big deal.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone nowadays still has an ability like that. It'd certainly be amazing to hear, I mean, music all around you like that.
Well, there's quite a few actually. I'm my benefactor says that he can, and um, there's actually a lot of nobles back and forth and all that do because of the well, I suppose it's a sign that they're linked back to that time.
But it's not only nobles. As Leo basically cheerses his cup of tea.
Belle looks over at him.
I think Ari gives him a curious look.
Cause it ran in my family. It runs in my family. I can hear it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Really now?
That's amazing.
It I Leo gets so stupid anytime he is near Estelle.
Uh-huh.
He's just I uh it's pretty useful. It's pretty nice. Uh I wish I could let you hear what Villestown sounds like.
You could describe it. I mean, if you want to.
It's he kind of leans back a little, kind of closes his eyes. Villestown, the city itself, is loud. There's a lot of percussion. And there's a lot of cymbals and low strings. And there's a lot of it's very fast. It's I'm not a composer or anything, unfortunately, and it'll take me a while to actually transcribe it, but it's really energetic.
See.
I think Ari kind of nods along, like she, obviously she can't hear it, but he kind of gets it. Like that sort of sounds like what a city would sound like.
Mm.
Yeah.
Got the ability to transcribe it. That's impressive.
I it it's something I learned from my father. He was really big on it.
Oh, was he a transcriber? And I think after a pause, she'll remember that, oh, right, someone doesn't have the cultural context here. So she'll turn to
Yeah.
Aurelia and just go, um, back in Forsenot, there's quite a few families that work as transcribers for people's rhythms, since it's not just places but people that have particular rhythms too. Uh, most, if not all, nobles would have their own rhythm transcribed, but it's pricey, so I've never seen it in person.
Well, that does make sense. I mean, if someone's able to hear music, then I'm sure plenty of people would want to know what their music sounds like. It's kind of almost like getting how a lot of nobles get like portraits made of themselves or their families, but with music. It's such a fascinating concept.
Essentially, yes. So someone like me would probably never be able to.
Leo writing that down in the back of his mind. Now there's a Perezi idea. What was Vincenzo? Or
uh,
did we ever see? I don't
he
think he was.
Yeah, he knew how to do it, but he didn't work as a transcriber.
Yeah.
Right.
He was an artist through and through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leo kind of gives a half smile and shakes his head like, no, he was never interested in doing the actual work. Um, he was a painter and a sculptor.
Oh,
She
really?
nods.
What did you say, Fletcher? I'm sorry.
Uh, Estelle just said, "Oh, really?"
And Leo has so many complicated feelings about his father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a nice conversation and he doesn't want to ruin it.
Fair enough. Just to clarify something, when you say your father, you're not talking about Investigator Tome, right?
Leo wheezes. And he's just
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no.
I mean, he is your father. I mean, I didn't know you had any other in my defense.
Leo's just no, 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 no. I mean, that's a okay mistake to make. You're not the only one who has. No, 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 no. Tome's not my father. uh, Tome, uh, Tome being my dad is a Inkwellian cultural thing.
Right, that was going to be my next guest. Honestly, sorry. I
No,
just
that's
figured I should
fine.
bring that up. I wasn't sure.
No,
Doesn't really
like I
seem like a
said,
musical
we're
type either. No offense to him.
no, no. Well, I mean, kind of, but no. But no, it's not. It's not Tome. Uh,
Okay.
my father was fully real kind.
Mm. She nods, and I don't think she's gonna ask any more about that, because considering he's mentioning his dad in the past tense, that's definitely not something she should
Yeah,
point out.
and Leo's just no. He did a lot of sculpting and oil painting for people, which is kind of where I got my fascination for it and art history.
Sounds like it kind of runs in the family, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, that is actually very interesting. I It is nice hearing that, like, that can run in the family. He doesn't know.
Oh,
Estelle, us with
Alter.
knowledge.
Yeah, because, you know, I gesture at
Mm-hmm.
Estelle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Leo was gonna keep it quiet, but you know what? He kind of nervously runs a hand through his hair, uh, and takes a sip of his tea and is just, I can try transcribing your rhythm if that's something you would be interested in.
Oh, oh, I could never ask. Uh,
I it'll be a gift. It'll take me a while. So I can work on it and maybe give it to you over Animus.
well, that, um, well, that's such a nice gift. This poor girl. She's probably so
Oh,
red at this point. Uh,
comment.
um, and besides, I would feel bad taking it if, I mean, if Aurelia's not, uh, offered the same.
I can transcribe for both of you. I've done I'm a little slow at it, but I've worked on multiple at a time before.
Ah, well, I didn't want to oppose, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little interested. And if you're offering, I'd be happy to pay you for it. I mean, it sounds like it'd be quite a bit of work.
No. Like I said, I'll probably get it done a little before Animus, since I'm kind of a little worker at it. So I'll make it an Animus gift. We'll call it even for Animus.
All right, well, I'll have to make sure to get you a nice gift too as well.
You very much then. Though I feel a little silly for asking. Um, Animus is the winter holiday here, correct?
Yeah, it's kind of like an equivalent to King's Feast.
Oh,
And it's a bit. I think that's similar to winter solstice back in my home.
well, that does make sense, I suppose. Uh,
Mhm.
I'll, so much. I'll see if I can be around then.
Hey, no problem. If you're not, just let me know and I can mail it to you or something.
Yeah, I'll certainly do my best.
Yeah.
And she gives
That,
you a little smile.
aw.
Elio also gives her a little smile, and he's just like kind of twiddling his thumbs.
Oh. Meanwhile, I think Aurelia's kind of been like sitting back and like watching these two go back and forth, and I think she kind of decides that like she's still a little sad that like that can't be her, but also these two are really sweet together, and she's happy for them in spite of everything.
Mm, they're
Yeah.
Fwebs.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
for what it's worth, Estelle does seem to genuinely be trying to make sure that you are included.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's very, very nice of her.
man. These
Yeah.
these children.
Mhm.
Yeah. The kids are all right.
The kids are all right.
Mhm.
Is there anything else we wanted to cover, or is this
You were
or
pretty
is this a
good.
good,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a good stopping place for a teen romance drama.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think before they go, Estelle does definitely try to exchange information with Aurelia while she's here.
Mm.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And Aurelia will gladly give her contact info.
You have a friend.
Yeah!
Yee.
You have a
More
friend.
friends for Ari.
Yeah, you have
Yee.
a friend your age that is a girl.
Yay!
Uh,
Which is good. She could use some more of those. I think currently, like, she doesn't really have a lot of female friends. I mean, there's like Min and like Crystal doesn't really count just because she's an adult. But yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, finally. Another positive formative experience.
Yeah.
I call this a net gain overall.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
You got a friend. And
Yee.
you kept the friend you already had.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can probably end the FPS off here. But thank you very, very much to everyone who listened in, both in the present and in the future. And we wish you all a very good time zone. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.